brush my hair. Hello, welcome to the tiniest tube on the internet. Hello, good day, greetings and salutations. My name's Marge, and I like to do talks on how I feel about things, so my feelings don't turn into negative actions. It's a practice that Mom taught me when I was a little girl. So I'd stay out in trouble, because she used to always say things like, if you need to learn to control your emotions, because if you don't learn to control your emotions, there are institutions that would be glad to pay themselves to control your emotions for you. And I took that to heart at a very young age. And now, boy, has things gotten crazy on planet Earth in 2025. It's kind of hard to comprehend how we got here. Anyway, what I like to do on my tiny tube is my content is my life. It's real life events of trying to navigate through the world in a system comprised of people that only like to help people that when they feel like it. And then they gotta be like a certain group of people, you know? Gotta look the like, because like attracts like. And that's why my tube is so tiny, because there's not a lot of people like me. There's not a lot of people who've had the life that I've had, starting from as low as it was and going, succeeding, as they say, as much as I did with my not so neurotypical neurodivergence. I never thought like everybody else. I just knew how to go along to get along, because that's how I was programmed. Don't be a problem. Comply, comply, comply. And I always would up until a certain point, until I could see that somebody had some ill intent in their heart and wanted me to do something for their gain that wasn't in alignment with me. That's cool. How's life in Indonesia? Because in America, I'm just going to recover today. I had such a horrible weekend, all weekend. My body is just so mad. I haven't eaten since Saturday. I had a bagel and cream cheese. Maybe it was Friday. We've had plumbing issues. And I live in like a little area where I have really close neighbors, like house, and we're all in the same sewage. And so it backed up at my house, but nobody else had a problem. But every time they flushed the toilet, it would back up into my shower. Fucking sucked. You know? And nobody else is impacted but me. Nobody, and so like, I woke up and tried to, to the realization that it was backing up into the shower. And then so I had to get a little scoop and fucking scoop it into a bucket. And then I realized that every time anybody else, like, what was happening, so the landlord already knew. The landlord knew since Saturday. And then finally, the maintenance dude came over yesterday. Took him about 10 minutes to fix the problem. And I think about what I had to do for 3 days, because I couldn't use the toilet. I still had to let Mom, because I can't explain to her why she can't use it. And then I'm freaking carrying these buckets of water, and my body hurts, you know? I'm broken. I'm a broken person. That never got a chance to put the pieces back together, because I still have to keep going. So my healing journey hasn't begun, because I still have 3 bad days ahead that I will have to get over on the pile of all the other stuff I've had to get over, just because there's people that have never, ever, ever had to go without. There's so many people that are so privileged for whatever reason, and they don't have any gratitude. See, it's gratitude is key. Gratitude is key because you could have abundance, but without gratitude, you're never going to appreciate that abundance. And when you appreciate everything that you have, because you come from a place where you've had nothing, all you want is to see other people that have nothing have their basic needs met. And how we have not come to this point yet. It's 2025 supposedly, and we still can't fucking figure out how to take care of everybody, and we're still doing that same bullshit storyline with Isis, Ra, and El, the demigods. You put them all together, and then you have a group of fucking machismos that worship them. They create a name out of it, and then they say, we are the people. I saw a TikTok yesterday. I wonder if I saved it. Oh boy, Tots. Oh boy. So people could hear it. Well, maybe I could just, I don't even need people to hear it. I could just read off the amount of money that this country has sent over there since, like, JFK. Like, it's never not been a thing. It's always something they've done. Meanwhile, I grew up not having fucking food. And then I found out, like, my own family that I come from, the Hessicks from Atascadero, California, they're very predominant, or they were. Edith was, and then she had 3 kids, and they had all their privilege. My dad, but giving your kids everything kind of turns the fruit sour. It rots the fruit quicker. And that's what my dad was. My dad is one of those egomaniacal fucking machismo assholes that bullied me my whole childhood. Like, he would do things like, one time he threw me, I was fully dressed, I'm like 15 years old. We went to a family reunion down in LA. He had a cousin, like a second cousin, that was a big banker in LA. His name was also Greg Hessick. And we're out by the pool and stuff, we're hanging out, and I'm already uncomfortable in social situations anyway. And we're sitting around, there's kind of a lull in the conversation, and I was standing a little too close to the pool, so go Gregor has to get a laugh. That's how I learned how to not, like, hurt people. Well, that and Heather Dog. Hurt people, for laughs. Like, at the expense of others. There's just right ways and wrong ways to do things, and people have given themselves permission to just make bad choices. And then I watch other people make bad choices, and I see that I don't want to end up like that. I am drinking some chicken broth this morning, though. I just had a bunch of labs works. I know it's because I'm a female and I'm going through that change, that, and I don't have any control over it. It's just more stuff that I have to allow. More things that I have to allow for. And I found that when I don't allow and I resist, that is where I make myself sick. That is where the negativity comes in. When I resist. When I know how my reality is, but I want to fight it. And I want to get angry. But I just have to let it go. I'm at, like, one of the hardest times in my life because I have 4 old dogs. 2 of them are gone. Mom lost satellite, everything's leaving me. And all the things that I want to love. But I know it's just the beginning of it. It's just a new chapter because I'm a 9. I am 3 9s. I was born on the 9th of April, the 99th day of the year. 9s are all about ending. We're in September. So I don't know what's going to go, because September 3 years ago, my sister got killed in a motorcycle accident at 39 on her granddaughter's 2nd birthday, and her other daughter's 18. So my whole family knows tragedy. They just like to close themselves off and go through it by themselves, and they turn to drugs and alcohol. I used to do the same thing. I was a big drunk for 13 years. I only cared about myself. You know, I got 2 DUIs. I can't tell you how many other times I drink and drive because I was completely driven by my ego, which to me is easing God out. And God is good orderly direction. And good orderly direction is you shouldn't put anybody else's life or your life in harm's way. And then now 2025, I live in New Mexico, man. It's such a dangerous place. The whole world is dangerous. Because people don't have emotional control. They don't know how to calm themselves down. They listen to the voice that says, hit the bitch. They don't listen to the voice that says, cause no harm. I've never hit anybody. Wait, I take that back. I did hit a girl once. I got in a fight in the 6th grade. It was Tanya Patton. She picked a fight for me. She called me out. So we were out there, and like the bell ring, we were coming in, and we were standing there, and she's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, I'm gonna kick your ass, you know, and I'm like, and I'm just like, you know, and finally I just went, pop, and I popped her in the mouth, and she dropped, and she said, you had a rock in your hand, and I was like, no, I didn't have nothing in my hand. So, and I've been hit before. I had a very abusive brother. It was more than just, like, you know, razzing and stuff like that. No, he liked to fucking make sure that I hurt. He would hold me down, and then he would pull on all my toes until they popped. He did it until I was like an adult. Like, being held down by anybody is not good. Being held down by your brother and then freaking having him cause harm to you. I realize I have Chiron in Aries, so that to me that represents, like, you know, the parent wound. I have the parent wound. My parents weren't so involved in my life because, I mean, the first 5 years I was born, they were in a custody, so they were fighting for me, but it wasn't me they were fighting for. They just didn't want the other person to win. Because every time they were both in my company, they sure didn't act like they wanted me around. Because they were going through their own stuff, and I know as an adult what that stuff is. It still didn't make it any easier for me. But I had to learn how to soothe myself. You know, give myself pats and circles. Good job, Marge. Doing great. Keep going. Don't let them get you down. Stay positive. You know, keep doing the right thing. Keep putting your best foot forward. You know, don't hurt nobody. Don't be mean. And I got a mouth, so I talk a lot of shit. I do. But I don't talk it. But my shit talking is like when I see feds in the grocery store, I'll ask them to make good food choices so that because they're 100% health care. There's plenty of people that have free health care. They're just not the important ones. Like you look at Taos County, you go work for Taos County and you get 100% of your medical paid. You know, you just got to be in the right agency. Agencies exist so that it's a welfare system for the agency. Like Taos County, it's its own welfare system. It brings on and takes care of its own people. Like police departments, they're their own welfare system. Like attracts like. They bring in people that they like, not people that are qualified. People that have been have been qualified haven't been hired in years. I haven't had a W-2 since 2016. Well, I got one, but that was because I was mom's caregiver, and that's in Oregon. You get like $600 a month if you're a full-time caregiver to a parent, and that's what got us through after the VA cut off my disability. I found it. So here it is. JFK, 60 million. This is the amount of funds that we've sent to places that have nothing to do with us, and now they're putting these flags up in America. Like, it's a scary time in history. So 60 million, 150 million, Johnson, Lyndon B. Johnson. Richard Nixon, 1.5 billion. Gerald Ford, 1.8 billion. This is all money, aid to Israel. Jimmy Carter, 4.9 billion. Ronald Reagan, 13 billion. It's all just paying homage. George Bush, what was his? Senior, 3 billion. Bill Clinton, 21 billion. And we all know, you know, who. It's corruption, because it's just all such. Bill Clinton, 21 billion. Let me just finish this. George Bush, baby bitch Bush, 30 billion. I flipped him off on 9/11. I was stationed at Offutt Air Force Base. He went taxiing past. I stuck because you can't go in and out the door. Protocol, you know, gotta keep him safe. The cokehead from fucking Ark. Like, they're all fucking junkies, dude. Like, and then they establish their dominance. They pay people to be bullies, and then they go after anyone that says, "You're against me. How dare you be against me?" So he got that. That would be really rad if he fucking saw me. If he like looked out there for, you know. America's contrived. Washington D.C. is an extension of Hollywood. Sports, religion, they're all contrived. They're all to get people to think for them instead of thinking for themselves. It's not just me. More and more people are starting to see it. Barack Obama, 38 billion. Ooh. So, Donald Trump, 38 billion. His first term. Joe Biden, $58 billion. Donald Trump, 12 billion in 2025. So, why are there Americans rotting in the street? Because they're selfish, pasty, freaking crotchety, freaking has been, glory days over, never did nothing significant, oven by your own, privilege, fucking, you know, like, that just goes to show none of that stuff ends well. Because people that have never, ever, ever not been taken care of, they have no fucking idea what it takes to take care of somebody else. And that was where my stressors derive one from the most this weekend, is because amidst from all the toilet and the smell and the just like, okay, dun. Why don't I go to your channel and I'll see what you talk about? You want to see? I don't have to fucking prove shit to you, dude. Like, what the fuck is that? You're lying. I'm not a fucking liar. I got 2,500 videos of telling the truth, dude. Oh, you know what? You just go ahead and you be you, dude. Be you. Be you. Be you, dude. Go out there and make a world a better place. You take care of your mom, You moved 3-4 states to take care of your mom because there's no agency to fucking help you because a man slammed her head in a car door when she was 38? A man that she cared about but just liked to drink too much? Are you one of those? Are you one of those King Cobra fucking fans that think it's really cool to just be a fucking loser? Keep being you! Typical, man. Yeah, I live with my mom, but at least it's productive. One of those little Hito shit stains that your mommy buy you a car and all you do is race around it in the off time that you're not playing your little video games or jerking off your little gherkin? Because that's what America is. Dude, it's fucking pathetic, dude. Teachers have these COVID kids, their parents failed. Failed! They don't know how to fucking read. They don't know how to follow directions. They don't know how to fucking do jack shit. Because mommy and daddy either did nothing for them, like teach them how to wipe. They don't even know how to wipe their own ass. They're 5 years old. That's fucking pathetic. I never wanted kids because I had such a shitty childhood. I'm gonna have a kid and I'm gonna make the world a better place for it. When it was I got fucking rammed as a 10-month-old baby. No, I knew what the world was. I wasn't gonna fucking add to that at all. And now you have all these people, let's play house, let's have a kid, let's have a baby, and then we'll make it act like all the way, we'll just make it obedient. We'll just tell it how it needs to act. We'll tell it how it needs to be. And if it goes along, we'll just keep doing whatever it wants. And that feeds the ego. And that eases God out. So, what do you have? You got America that's flushing down the toilet. But hey, you got the White House that's building this and building that. And you can't, it's just become more of a dictatorship. And I'm glad I don't have to be a part of it. And I'm glad I don't have to have any kids that have to fucking worry about this shitty world, turning this shitty world over to. Because look who doesn't make anything. I don't see all these like these business. I see business owner where I live that they go through a hard time and they put an appeal out to the community. Oh my God, I need help. This one dumb bitch, she's done it like 3-4 times. And it's like, what? And it serves mediocre food. And it's like, why? But she never does anything to help anybody else. That's the thing. You got all these people when the chips fall, they realize you don't got nobody out there. And there's so many more people that are they don't got no support system. Moving from across country by myself. My mom, 4 dogs and a cat. My brother it's just because my life wasn't supposed to be this way. I bought a house in Omaha. I was supposed to have a family. I was supposed to have people in my life that when hard days come, I would help them through it and they would help me through my hard days too. It was supposed to be an agreement. I was in AA. I had a fellowship and the fellowship turned. Because they would rather, because they're all about the fucking Freemasons Club and all that fucking dirty cop, fucking letting 21-year-old girls marry 40-year-old dudes and all that age different shit. It's just like, do whatever you want. It's a free-for-all. As long as you're not drinking, you're okay. Well, I guess the silver lining in this is I talk about these things to get them out of my head. I get them out of my head. So I don't hold it inside. Because that's how people get sick. And there's so many people sick. So many young people freaking should not. No, it's these shots. It's all the shots. It's just, they just want more parking places for themselves. That's not humane. That is totally inhumane. We don't live in a humane society. We live in an Archon society of the lizards, the freaking controllers, the freaking eat them. Pray on them, pray on them. You know, don't help them. Don't make sure that everybody just for being born, like you should be guaranteed a fucking roof over your head. We fight against the elements every day. Like every day, there's places on the world that landslides, hurricane. You know, I'm reading other people's experiences. I know they're going through it. Yet there's this whole percentage of the population of planet Earth that just doesn't see that there's a problem. And it's not, we're not moving towards, like, we're all connected. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing more division. I'm seeing more fear. I'm seeing more anger. And so that means I got to work harder to be happy. Because what you meet in the world is a reflection of how you are inside. And I got a lot of problems, man. I'm just so hurt in life. You know, I just physically, everything hurts. But I'll be one of those people, after I'm gone, they're going to say, well, at least she's not suffering anymore. But nobody ever came up and said, hey, Marge, what can I do to help you to make it easier? Well, could you hang out with Mom for a little while so I don't have to worry about her? So I can go do something to reprogram my brain? And I can't get like local agencies to come in and sit with her because they don't care about her. And she was born here, you know, she was thrown away in an orphanage. That's why I'm so adamant about not institutionalizing her ever again. Because she came from institutions. And I think about all the stuff that she had to endure from the time she was born with 2 club feet. And she walked it at 5 years old. She was determined, bound and determined, and she did it because she's that tenacious. And I got her fired. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to have with her. So I'm just trying to keep her quality of life real happy so when she gets to heaven, she can stay happy. And she's all I got in the whole world. And she wasn't even always there, but, you know, she's the closest thing to unconditional love that I've ever experienced, so. I tell her every day that I'm grateful that she's here. And when she's not, I'm going to miss her till my last days. So we always have conversations, because we never lived on the same planet as everybody else. We're off planet, you know. Everybody else is out there doing this program stuff, and we just never got to go along because we never had any money to play their reindeer games, is what I call it. But I spell it like rain, like we're gonna reign over you, you know. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. I was Rudolph one time in preschool, little acorn preschool, Tascadero. They put lipstick on my nose to make it red. And I remember, like, I ate the lipstick. I was like 4 years old, 3, 4. I ate it, and I liked how it tastes. So I guess technically I'm a lipstick lesbian. Anyway, I don't know. I've been celibate 9 years now. I don't really. I'm more asexual now than anything, but that doesn't even matter. So I decided to get on and get stuff out because I'm. You want some?
Want some Marge chicken broth? Oh boy. So today's the new day. My body is less tense. I did get some rest last night. I got a little rest. I'm in one of those times that I just have to live and focus on today. I called a mortgage place on Friday to set up an appointment to get my shit done. Maybe I should wait a little longer because I think the Fed's gonna change the rate. I think I'm gonna start. Hopefully, I'm gonna start feeling better. Like I said, I've been fasting since Saturday. I just ate some chicken broth though, because I gotta keep my blood sugar up. So I'm just gonna. Yesterday we had a better day. Guy didn't get here until like after 4 to do it, so it was an all-day thing. It's just 1 second at a time. Sometimes life is just 1 second at a time. I understand there's a lot of people. See, that's the thing is like they say, oh, everybody's gone through trauma. Everybody's gone through trauma, and oddly enough, I think everybody's gonna go through trauma. I just think the majority of people get to put it off longer than everybody else. See? Good boy, Tuck. Mom, I got it, Mom. Good boy, bud. Let me go put it away. Then I'll end my talk. I should end my talk and then put it away. Oh, I did eat a half a cookie and some milk last night because I was trying to relax my body. You want to go up? Or are you going to lay down in your bed? Sugar bear. Oh, as a matter of fact, this is my old Flightline sweatshirt. That's right. I got it out. I was like, this is what I used to work when I supported the Flightline at Offutt Air Force Base. I don't like being called a liar because I'm not one. So, if you call me a liar, then you don't fucking know me and go the fuck away because you're not gonna. Because you see, that's the thing is I gotta be careful about how much talk shit. Because like when you call other people out, like, oh, they're a liar, you're telling them, you're giving people insights. You see things in people that you don't like about yourself, and I know that. I know what when I can't like lazy people. It's like a trigger for me. I can't stand fucking people that can't do anything. They can do things, they just don't fucking feel. It just makes me incensed. And so when I'm just like, lazy people. And that's the thing is because like either I want to be lazy or I am lazy, but I have those things in me. That's what that's what self-awareness is realizing your character defects. And I know every single one of mine. I put my whole 5th step on the internet, by the way. So, you want all the dirt that I've ever done? It's all the way out there. Just because I don't want anybody to find out from anybody else. And if I have any emotion like embarrassment or anything like that tied to my behavior, let that be a lesson to me to not act that fucking way anymore. But people don't think like that. They don't think like me. No, people don't think like me. If people thought like me, my channel would be bigger. They don't. I'm a novelty. Let's see what she's gonna do kind of thing. I'm not a influencer on planet Earth. Because I'm not influenced. I go by my higher power. People call them their guides, their angels. Call it whatever you want. Intuition, all the clariers, psychic, intuitive. I have all of it. And things that I have been saying for 8 years are coming to fruition now. more accurate than any other astrologer that I've seen, because I was a part of the systems in which they are talking about when they never were. So how can you have so much of an opinion about things that you don't see? Because I don't remember seeing Robert Phoenix, Leo Cub, I don't remember seeing fucking Lori Lothian, I don't remember seeing God, there's all of them. Like, all of these you pay them $500 and they'll tell you who they think you are based on their interpretation of astrology, based on their chart and how they perceive things. They're going to pay you $200 to $500 to tell who you are, and people pay it because they want to know who they are. Boy talk. I think he wants to go out. He smells something. Stanley got a new bed yesterday. It took him a while to get in it, but I'm super excited that he likes it. This was him this morning. So, anyway. I'm on my, but I gotta do things different. I've known for a long time that I gotta come from a place of love, and my frustration turns to anger and fear and all that, and I'm quick to anger. I just don't hurt people with my anger. And so but I recently listened to this conversation from Carl Jung, his teachings about, let's see, where is it? Carl Jung and the father wound, nobody talks about, which is a great talk. It was wonderful. It helped bring the light to my eyes on so many things. Like, I had an absentee father, and that really impacts kids when they don't know what, like, I look at a father figure as someone that would have said, don't touch the stove. But I touched the stove, so I learned the stove was hot. And then I learned how to treat the burn. And there's two things that they say happen to people that have father issues. Either you go into the extreme of being subservient and doing what, just the rule follower, or you get more rebellious and stuff. I try to keep it balanced because I know my chart, and I've known my chart my whole life. So my whole goal in the world is I've been hurt in my life. I don't want to hurt nobody else. My body hurts physically every day. I don't want another person to feel pain like that. Because hurt people, and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be one of those. I'm kind of a derivative of my personality is kind of made up of how I don't want to be, as much as how I want to be a person of integrity. I want to be accountable. That means if I say I'm going to do something, or if I say I'm going to be someplace, I'm going to be there at the time I designate. And that doesn't even happen in New Mexico, man. That don't even happen any place. It's just recommendations, because people are so flaky. They don't got integrity, and it's painful for me to live in a world where people just can't do what they say that they're going to do. Don't say it. Just don't say it. Just don't say you're going to do that thing. And don't fucking make promises when you're drunk. Because that creates so much heartbreak. That creates so much. All this is whenever somebody lies, that shadow aspect. Whenever somebody does something disingenuous, that shadow aspect. Whenever somebody cheats, steals, does some sort of fucking abuse, it's all shadow. And so now on planet Earth, you have all these shadow walkers, all these people walking around, living from their shadow side, opportunistic, capitalism, money. I don't fucking care how much money people have. I care about what people do with what they have. And it's better if you help people that have less, because there's always people out there that have less. There's always people out there that have less. One thing I like to do in Taos is when I go out early, I didn't go out today, when I go out early, oh, I got a nice chest in my back seat. So whenever I come across anybody on the street, they just got to be on the street. You need some water. You got water. You know, whether they're housed or unhoused. That makes no difference to me. But when people are housed, there's not agencies created that, like, where people go out, you know, or where people can go and take a shower and cook a meal. Like, that, those things don't exist, and they really should. But we live in a shadow nation because the people are run by shadow government. They call it the deep state. I call it the freaking fake state, dude. It's a contrived reality we're living on. They just got so many people to go along with what they believe. One of the hardest things to do is to get to organize people. Like, that's why the military is such a trippy thing. Well, because they give you incentives. I've done talks about that on the incentives that you get in the military. And oftentimes these guys, like, they put on captain, major, they just, oh, you're coming up on if they really like you, if you really do their stupid cousin shit, they'll send you overseas for your raise when you promote. So when you get if you re-enlist and you re-sign, they'll make sure that you do it from the desert, so that way you can get that money tax-free. See, it's all racket too. It's like, just do our evil bidding and we'll just give you whatever you want. We'll let you go wherever you want. We'll make sure that you got base housing, and if you don't have base housing, we'll give you $900 a month so you can go put that to. That's what the military is, and I just want that for every American. I just want that for every American, and you don't have to use it. You can like, donate it, or you can, there's all kinds of stuff. You don't have to, but there's just, like, the state in which I live, they don't know what happened to they don't know they have $62 billion, and they don't know what to do with it. Give it to the people that live in New Mexico, and let them do what they need to do to make their lives good, not what they need to do to make the politicians' lives good. Like we're a bunch of little fucking farm animals. I never read that book, actually. I never had to read these books because I knew what the systems were. I could see it. Anytime you go anywhere and they tell you this is how it is, these are the expectations, these are the rules, regulations, policies, and procedures, and then as you go down the course of your time within that organization, and then you start seeing how they don't follow the rules, they're not, hey, you can't do that, hey, that's against the rules, why are they doing that? And it's in all of them. Because all the organizations are comprised of people that are self-will run riot, and we are in maximum self-will run riot now. So, that's all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.